Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Just a quick update really to give you an update of where we currently are. Cardano is currently moving into small triangles. We're going to take a look at that, and I just want to update you about Bitcoin's developments as well. Bitcoin moving pretty much sideways today, a bit of a boring day across the board, across the crypto market. In my view, still that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern here. Still at play, still a possibility. We currently see here on the 4-hour chart a green candle emerging. We can see the MACD is coming into the green range, and we're just at a tipping point here at the 50 line, so potentially breaking the 50 line of the RSI on the 4-hour, which would indicate that we could expect a bit more a move to the upside, which would be great. However, if I would have to, if you would ask me, what is now more probable, does that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern play out, and will we end in that 72k range, or do we actually have something like an ABC pattern here play out? So where you have the no, that was wrong, so let's just start over again, where you do have an A and a B and a C, which would take us into that target range of 54 to 57k. Honestly, this time I would have to tell you it's 50-50 for me. It is absolutely 50-50. We have here a short-term downtrend. This was a 5-wave move to the downside here as well, indicating a short-term downtrend, pretty much what we did back here, and over here it was the same pattern. And when we were up here, remember that I told you, look, if this becomes a 5-wave way to the downside, we can expect further price drops, and we did that. That happened all the way down to, overall in the end, actually 56k. So it was a very, very similar pattern. If you compare that one here, this pattern here, to what we are doing now, it is very, very similar. So it's very similar, and that would also indicate that we could potentially expect another drop. But for me, it's 50-50 at the moment. When we came here in that latest, some people called it flash crash, it was a fast correction, but it wasn't a flash crash. Here to the downside, where we came just below 62.5k and came into the target area of that wave 1 here, that it shouldn't have happened, but it happened, because you can't, with a wave 4, you can't come into the target area of wave 1, but these very slight overlaps, that was very, very close. So I would still not say that violated the Elliott Wave rules. So for me, this move to the upside 72k is still at play, but it's really 50-50. These are two scenarios, the two scenarios which I would think are the most probable ones. So it is not really clear what's to. The only way I prepare for it is I keep a little bit of money at the sideline to buy the dip if we really come into that area here. Now that would drag Cardano down as well. Of course it would do, because as you see here on the ADA BTC chart, we are now pretty much following really Bitcoin in a horizontal. So just indicates that we are doing what Bitcoin is doing at the moment. Whereas all the time before, since September really, Bitcoin has outperformed Cardano. In the time before that, that was throughout August, Cardano did outperform Bitcoin. Now it's always only in this period here, when Bitcoin is outperforming Cardano, that people get pissed off and the haters come around, in this range here. Even though that is actually, especially down here, when you should be accumulating, but that's no financial advice. That's actually what, don't do what everybody's doing. Buy the dip. That's my view, honestly, but diversify at the same time. So diversification is important as well, in my view, because you don't want to be left out as other cryptos make gains. But here obviously you can get into the trade and ride the trend, but at some point then it will be too late, and you never know when that is really starting. In my view, everything is pointing towards a potential start being very imminent of Cardano outperforming Bitcoin again. Just looking at the past, and that's all we have anyway in life and in trading as well. In technical analysis, you can only see what happened in the past. And when we when we came to key support levels down here, like the last one, this is exactly where we were last time. That is then a potential turnaround as soon as we get above the 20-day moving average here on the ADA BTC chart, that we outperform Bitcoin. It had happened before. Now, looking at the latest developments on the ADAUSD chart, now ADA is moving into a triangle here on the 4-hour. You can see that very clearly. Now, it's not a massive one. It only basically starts a couple of days ago. That could become a breakout here either way. Now looking at a potential target to the upside, that would take us to the 50-day moving average at around 212 currently. To the downside, that could take us actually below that trend line that we had here. I would say, you know, it would take us down to 190, 197 on this chart, but I think it could actually take us only down to the $2 line. That's where that trend line is currently sitting. Yeah, that's pretty much ADA now. I just need to wait for what Bitcoin is doing pretty much. And as I said, it's 50-50. So there isn't really much we can say overall on the larger scale. Of course, I think this chart is looking really good on a weekly, especially because look at this pattern that we did last time. It's exactly the same pattern. We are in a bull market. We've come down to the 200-day moving average. And this is also very close to the golden pocket. You know, you remember my Fibonacci videos about Cardano. Coming down to that golden pocket is where in a retracement most prices are drawn down to. So again, from that golden pocket that we already touched, and from the 200-day moving average, as we did last time here in July, together with what we can see on the ADA BTC chart, it just makes it, in my view, very, very likely that we get the turnaround here and then move to much higher prices of at least 450 in my view, but possibly even higher. So yeah, hopefully you liked that update video. If you did, and by the way, just as I see that, look at the weekly here. Again, it really mirrors what was last. I think I didn't show you that before. The MACD on the weekly. Yeah, so I'll just make that a bit larger here. Look at that. Where you had before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of deep red. This time we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of deep red, and then it started to pick up, right? That is then the following week, and maybe next week, no guarantee, but that is what happened last time. In the 7th week of retracements, you had Cardano moving up strongly. So that's my hopium for next week. That's my Sunday hopium for you guys. So again, hopefully you liked that video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.